This is the extraordinary story of Debbie Rowe, the fan who lived every admirer's dream, falling in love with her idol. She wasn't just any admirer. She became the woman Michael Jackson, the king of pop himself, chose to be by his side. Their whirlwind romance captured headlines, but behind the glamour and fairy tale was a reality few ever knew. For a while, Debbie was his rock, his ride or die through chaos and controversy. But as fast as the magic began, it unraveled just as quickly. Their love story, once the envy of millions, came to an unexpected and heartbreaking end. Devastated and overwhelmed, Debbie vanished from the public eye, choosing solitude over the glare of flashing cameras. For years, she stayed silent, letting the world speculate. But now, the silence is over. Debbie Rowe is finally ready to step out of the shadows and speak her truth. No more rumors, no more half-truths. Just her voice, her story, raw, real, and long overdue. So take a moment, breathe it in, and prepare to journey back through the highs and heartbreaks of a life once lived under the brightest spotlight. Because the world is listening, and Debbie Rowe is finally ready to be heard. Chapter 2, Background. Story behind Debbie Rowe. Debbie Rowe, born on December 6, 1958, in Spokane, Washington, emerged into the public eye through a marriage to pop icon Michael Jackson. Raised primarily by her mother and aunts after her parents' divorce, Rowe's life took a dramatic turn when she met Jackson while working as a dermatology assistant. This role placed her directly in the orbit of one of the world's most famous individuals. Their relationship garnered immense media attention, folding Rowe into the legacy of Michael Jackson amid overwhelming scrutiny and speculation. Their union, highlighted by its Sydney, Australia wedding in 1996 and the birth of 2 children, became a focal point of public and media inquiry, particularly concerning the dynamics of their marriage and subsequent divorce in 1999. From the initial sparks of their connection in the late 1980s, their controversial marriage, to the roles they later navigated as co-parents, keep your seatbelts on as I ultimately uncover Debbie Rowe's confession about the final truth about her marriage and the allegations against Michael Jackson. Chapter 3, Early Relationship. Debbie Rowe first met Michael Jackson in 1986 while working as a dermatology assistant for Dr. Arnold Klein, a Beverly Hills dermatologist who treated many Hollywood celebrities, including Jackson. At the time, Jackson was receiving treatment for his skin condition, which brought them together professionally. Over time, their relationship grew beyond work as they connected over their personal struggles, including unhappy marriages, and offered each other emotional support. Rowe's role in Jackson's life gradually deepened. After Jackson's marriage to Lisa Marie Presley ended in 1996, Rowe, who had long admired Jackson, volunteered to have his children. This came after Presley declined Jackson's wish to start a family in 1995. Rowe's offer aligned perfectly with Jackson's dream of becoming a father, a desire encouraged by his mother, Katherine Jackson, who urged him to marry Rowe to avoid negative public opinion about having a child out of wedlock. Their friendship, founded on shared health challenges and emotional support, became the cornerstone of their relationship. Rowe stood by Jackson during some of his most difficult moments, including the 1993 child sexual abuse allegations and his rocky marriage with Presley. Their bond was more than friendship. It was built on deep understanding and unwavering support during turbulent times. This strong foundation ultimately led to their marriage in November 1996. Soon after, it was announced that Rowe was pregnant with Jackson's child. Chapter 4, Private Wedding. The private wedding of Debbie Rowe and Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's marriage to Debbie Rowe was a complex affair, shrouded in secrecy and marked by unconventional arrangements. On November 13, 1996, the couple married at Sydney Sheraton on the Park Hotel, with only a select few aware of the event. On the eve of the wedding, Jackson received approval from Presley over a phone call, and with her blessing, he and Rowe exchanged vows in the presence of 15 friends at the hotel. Jackson's 8-year-old nephew, Anthony, stood as the best man during the ceremony. This secrecy extended to the public announcement, which was only made through Jackson's Los Angeles-based publicist, Ms. Christina Olivas. The nature of their relationship and subsequent marriage was significantly different from Jackson's previous highly publicized marriage to Lisa Marie Presley. Unlike his relationship with Presley, which was often in the public eye, his union with Rowe was more private and, to many, seemed like a stark contrast. Chapter 5, Relationship. After his divorce from Presley was finalized, Jackson's subsequent marriage to Rowe was perceived by many as a strategic move, influenced by his mother Catherine's urging due to her religious beliefs and fear of backlash for having a child out of wedlock. Rowe's relationship with Jackson began while she was working as a nurse in the office of Jackson's dermatologist, where they developed a close bond. Despite this closeness, the marriage was reportedly devoid of traditional romantic love, with Rowe acting more as a surrogate, agreeing to bear Jackson's children via artificial insemination. They never lived together or shared a bed, and their interactions were often described as more performative than genuine, particularly in front of cameras. Media and public reaction to their marriage was largely negative, with commentators and fans speculating that Jackson did not truly love Rowe and that the marriage was merely a business arrangement. This perception was further complicated by Rowe's own expectations of the relationship. Initially having a significant crush on Jackson, she hoped the marriage would lead to a deeper romantic connection, which never materialized. Her disappointment grew when she discovered that Jackson had moved another woman into his Neverland ranch, which led to her demanding more parental involvement with their children. Chapter 6. Lisa Presley's View of Debbie Rowe. Lisa Presley was well aware of Debbie Rowe's affection for Michael Jackson and was among the few who supported him during the turbulent times of the 1993 allegations. Despite this, Presley did not see Rowe as a romantic threat, largely due to Rowe's unassuming appearance and simple style of dress, which contrasted sharply with the glamorous world they inhabited. This perception allowed Presley to maintain a comfortable distance, viewing Rowe more as a supportive friend to Jackson rather than a potential rival. Jackson and Presley's relationship was marked by both public fascination and personal turmoil. The union of the king of pop and the daughter of rock and roll legend Elvis Presley was highly publicized and captured the imagination of fans worldwide. Their marriage on May 26, 1994, seemed like a fairy tale romance, but behind the glitz and glamour lay a tumultuous relationship fraught with challenges. One of the key issues that strained their marriage was their differing views on starting a family. Jackson, eager to become a father, expressed a strong desire to have children soon after their wedding. However, Presley, who already had children from a previous marriage, was not ready to rush into expanding their family. This fundamental disagreement caused tension and discord within their relationship. In a revealing interview, Presley disclosed the pressure she felt from Jackson to have children. She recounted how he would mention his friend Debbie Rowe, suggesting that she could bear his children if Presley was unwilling. Despite feeling hurt by Jackson's words and actions, Presley defended him, attributing his behavior to a lack of understanding rather than malice. Presley's decision to prioritize stability and a conducive environment for raising children reflected her deep-seated beliefs about parenthood and family life. She recognized the importance of providing a nurturing and secure home before bringing children into the world, a sentiment that resonated with many. So, because she and Michael did not have the type of environment that she believed would be best for a child to grow up in, she said no to his request. But can one blame her? She already had a child from a previous marriage, and as a mother, she definitely would have known what was best for a child that would be raised by two megastars that have little to no privacy. Ultimately, the strain caused by their conflicting desires and external pressures took its toll on their marriage, leading to their eventual divorce in 1996. Despite the end of their romantic relationship, Presley maintained a sense of empathy and understanding towards Jackson, acknowledging his complexities and the challenges he faced.